Half of all U.S. states have now legalized the recreational use of marijuana. And when you add in legalization for medical use, that number jumps to 75%. But while it seems like pot is more popular than ever, there could be unintended consequences for road safety. Spotlight on America correspondent Angie Moreschi investigates whether legalizing marijuana is leading to more dangerous driving.
Where were you coming from, sir?
After being pulled over for suspected drunk driving,
9 steps forward, series of small steps, 9 back.
field sobriety tests like this
1, 2.
often show suspects having difficulty
8, 9.
Oh, careful.
walking a straight line. By comparison,
8, 9.
detecting marijuana impairment, as suspected in this case, is more subtle, but law enforcement says not to be ignored.
Marijuana impairs you, I won't say just like alcohol, but it impairs you as much as alcohol.
Tim Cornelius is state coordinator for the Florida Drug Evaluation and Classification Program, part of the Institute for Police Technology and Management, which trains law enforcement across the country.
Are you okay to continue?
Yes.
Cornelius says drivers suspected of marijuana impairment
You're going to be under arrest for driving under the influence.
often falsely believe cannabis doesn't impact driving.
I smoke it, but I'm okay to drive. That's a perception that we hear all the time. You get behind the wheel of a car and you could have the exact same disastrous effects that you would have from alcohol.
An analysis of studies by the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety found, on average, a nearly 6% increase in injury crashes and a 4% increase in fatal crashes in states after legalizing recreational marijuana. Does marijuana use cause impairment when you're driving?
Absolutely it does.
Enter drug recognition experts, or DREs, like Pinellas County, Florida Sheriff's Lieutenant Mark Easty, trained to detect signs of marijuana impairment on the roads. What exactly are you looking for?
With marijuana, believe it or not, it's going to be speeding, weaving within their lane.
Studies show marijuana impairs driving by slowing reaction time, affecting ability to pay attention, and impacting memory. And for drivers who combine both alcohol and marijuana, as is suspected in this wrong-way crash in St. Petersburg, Florida this January, studies show impairment is even worse.
And blow.
But it's harder to prove marijuana impairment versus alcohol, where you can use a legally accepted breathalyzer test.
This is just a sterile urine cup.
A urine sample helps, but doesn't prove recent cannabis use, and getting blood often requires a warrant.
These are general indicators.
So DREs are trained to use a 12-step process to evaluate for signs of marijuana impairment.
So we take their blood pressure, their pulse rate, we check their eyes.
Physiological responses like lower blood pressure and eye tremors are indicators of cannabis use that cannot be controlled, so documenting them is key to making a case that holds up in court.
Boy, this is really tricky, isn't it?
It is.
What is your biggest concern right now about cannabis use?
If you're going to use it, use it. Just do not drive.
For Spotlight on America, I'm Angie Moreschi.
Marijuana impairment is found in about 40% of cases in Florida when drug evaluations are conducted. Florida has had legalized use of medical marijuana since 2017, but narrowly defeated the legalization of recreational marijuana in the November election.